Okay. Hi, my name's Kalen, and I'm doing a presentation on power and politics. We're talking about some key concepts, the definition of power, the basis of power, and power tactics. Okay. Um, just for record and stuff, I got most of my information from a class book. Nice, helpful book, very informative. Okay. Um, First, let's start with the definition of power. Power refers to a capacity that A has to influence the behavior of B, so B acts in accordance with A's wishes. It is a function of dependence. Talk about the difference between power versus leadership. For power, power relies on dependence, while leadership relies on relationship between the goals of the leader and those being led. For leaders, influence flows downwards to the followers while minimizing the importance of lateral or upward influence patterns. Power is not associated with any specific pattern or flow of influence as long as those who are supposed to be influenced become influenced. The exerciser of power can be an individual or a group. For leaders take are the individuals taking charge of the goal. Power focus on tactics for gaining compliance. Leadership is all about style. So, uh, the type of leader someone is can help improve their goal setting. You know, if their style of leadership matches the group style, they could really hit it off. You know, do good performance and stuff. Um, Bases of power. Okay, there's two bases of power. There is the formal base and the personal base, or two branches, I should say. Course of power is part of the formal branch of power. The ability to influence a person because of their fear of the consequences if they don't comply. The threat of punishment is the main motivator. So, for example, Joe cleans his room before his mom comes to work because he knows if she comes to work, she comes back from work, and it's not clean, he'll be on punishment. So he's coerced to finish clean his room because he knows that he would get in punishment if he doesn't. There is reward power. People comply to the power because it produces benefits for them. Someone can distribute rewards will have the power. And I think that speaks for itself. You know, people do something to get something in return. That type of power. Some types of rewards people would get financially could be like money, pay raise, son, or non-financially it could be just public recognition, award, or promotion. Legitimate power is the most common source of power in organizations. The authority to control and use organizational resources based on position in the organization. For example, manager setting the employee's work schedule, he has the power to set the work schedule. So now the people under him have to follow that work schedule and show up on time. Otherwise, they'll wait and they'll be in trouble. That is power. Expert power, the first power of the personal branches. Those who are experts in fields needed in an organization have significant influence because the organization depends on their expertise, especially if there's a small amount of experts. So the more knowledgeable you're on of a subject that no one knows, the more they rely on you, the more power you have. This another personal power is referent power. Power based on identification with a person who has desirable resources or personal traits. It is developed by admiration of another and a desire to be like that person. So, a person that's well liked has a lot of power because people want to listen to them, um, or they can do something that no one else can do, and other people want to learn from them. That is power. So, now we're going to talk about power tactics. Um, there are 9 power tactics listed in the book. First is legitimacy. Rely on your authority of position or making a request accords with organizational policies and rules. There is rational persuasion. Present logical arguments and factual evidence to demonstrate a request as reasonable. Aspirational appeals. Developing emotional commitment by appealing to a target's value, needs, hopes, and aspirations. There's consultation. Increasing the target's support by involving him in the decision making on how you will accomplish the plan. Exchange. Rewarding the target with benefits or favors in exchange for following a request. Personal appeals. Asking for compliance based on friendship or loyalty. Pressure. Using warnings, repeated demand, and threats. Integration. Using flattery, praise, or friendly behavior prior to making requests. Slaggy. And coalition. Listening the aid or support of others to persuade the target to agree. Okay. Next, I'd like to talk about power and politics, which they go hand in hand. I'll start with some definitions. Politics, for the first one. Politics, employees and organizations convert their power into action. We describe them as being engaged in politics. Organizational politics. Types of politics that focus on the use of power to affect decision making in an organization or on self-serving and organizational unsanctioned behavior and political behavior. And organizations consist or activities that are not required as part of an individual's formal role, but the influence or attempt to influence the distribution of advantages and disadvantages within the organization. Tongue twister. And then there's also impression management, which is a special type of political behavior. It is a specific type of political behavior designed to alter other immediate perception of us. Evidence showed that the effectiveness of impression management techniques depend on the setting. Self-promotion works better in the interview. So the first time you meet someone, that first impression, just managing that helps you get what you want, puts you ahead of the game if you really show people this side of you, the good side, or the side that you want people to see. And that is it. I include also just from House of Cards, Frank Underwood, some of his quotes because he's all about power and his behavior is very interesting. If you watch the show, some call it a Machiavellian type of behavior. You know, don't tell people what you mean. Just put on this facade to get your goals. And my name's Kalen, and this is the end of the quote. Thank you. And if you watch the video, that'll put me over 10 minutes. So, thank you.